What is up, guys? It is me, and today we're going over the accurate Five Nights at Freddy's plushies for the FNAF 12th anniversary. But first we're going to go over the set. We have the stage here with a working light. I'm very happy with how the stage came out and the movable curtains. Hold on. And there is an office over there. We're going to go over that too. We have the main area with Bonnie's guitar is over here. Have a little arcade cabinet. So these lights actually work up here. Very happy with that. We have the little ball pit area. I need to add like a ladder right here. Or some stairs. I don't know what I'm gonna add. This flashlight does not work. That was originally a flashlight for the FNAF 1 video. FNAF 1 12th anniversary video, but it does not work. I'm gonna have to put new batteries in it and then refilm that video. Then we have the Pirate Cove with curtains and everything. It's even got a little treasure chest with actual like fake treasure in there. Very happy with that. So yeah, this is gonna be one of the longer videos because we have a lot of plushies to go over. So if you could please watch through the whole thing, I would love that because these plushies took me a long time. And there's going to be two parts of this video. There is the first part, but both parts are going to be in the same video. There's going to be the FNAF 1 part and the FNAF 4 part. You've already seen the FNAF 4 plushies in my post, if you look at my post. But yeah. So we're going to start off with the main man, Freddy Fazbear. These are based off the movie plushie, the movie characters. That's why Foxy looks like how he does. They have paws, they have feet. I'm very happy with how these guys turned out. They're based off the Plushie Tale Film Productions ones. I wanted to give them, all of them, like, lights in the eyes, but I couldn't find any lights in time. But, I'm very happy with how these guys turned out. So there's Freddy. Then we have Bonnie. He's got kind of a balloon head, but I'm very happy with how he turned out anyway around. Very happy with Bonnie. He's even got his little cottontail. Yeah, he fell. He's very blue, like in the movie, but yeah. Then we have Chica. I'm very happy with Chica. She's got the purple. I'm going to point out the bib here, because the bib here is purple, but on the other Chica it is black, because it looks a lot better. They all have little paws, except for one, well, two if you count Cupcake. You've actually already seen my movie Cupcake, which is this guy. He can open his mouth. I was actually going to add the whole reason Chica has this right here is because I was actually going to add a magnet, but Cupcake was too heavy and kept tilting, so I'm just gonna have to set him right there in the video, which works really well any way around. So there's Chica. Then we move over to Pirate's Cove for this. Oh, here's Bonnie's guitar. It is based off the remodel of Bonnie's guitar. Since Scott got a cease and desist for the other guitar, I made this. It's like a pizza banjo. It's still a guitar, but it looks like a banjo. I just like it, and I didn't want to make the other guitar because it would take too long. And I only had like a few days to make these, and yeah. Then we have Foxy, which was actually the first one I made. I'm very happy with how Foxy looks. Foxy was actually the first one, then it was Freddy, then Bonnie, then Chica. Well, actually it was Foxy. It was actually Cupcake, then Foxy, then Freddy, then Bonnie, then Chica, then Bonnie, then Chica. I'm very happy with how these guys turned out, though. Foxy has fingers. It's just very not noticeable. I'm very happy with how this guy turned out. As you can tell, his hook is a different color gray than the rest. Also, their eyebrows are a darker color. Sorry for the sudden cut. There was a noise in the background. But he's got his little sideburn fuzz on his shoulders, and his sideburns are fuzzy. He's got the accurate colors. He's even got the duct tape on the back of him. His hook is actually sharp, unlike the other Foxy I made, which I might change. So yeah, there's Foxy. Now on to the FNAF 4s. So let's go. So, as you can tell, I changed the set. It's still the same set, it's just I moved a few things and made a bed and a closet for the FNAF 4 video. Excuse me. But hold on. The only ones I haven't made from FNAF 4 is Nightmare, Nightmare Eon, Nightmare BB, and Nightmare Mangle. Those are the only ones I have not made. The others are still over here, but... And at the end of this video, we're going to go over their voices, because I really like how I gave them, like, different voices from the normal ones. Foxy sounds completely different, Freddy sounds completely different, Bonnie and Chica sound the same, and Cupcake sounds different too. Alright, let's do this. So we're going to start off with smaller ones of the smaller ones from the FNAF 4 plushies. We have the Freddles. This is the biggest Freddle we have. The medium Freddle, that's the big, that's the large, medium Freddle, and the small Freddle. Very happy with how these guys turned out. I actually made these guys a while ago, like a couple years ago. But, yeah. Now we're on to Nightmare Freddy. He kind of looks up sometimes, but that's because all the Nightmare... These guys, have their head glued onto their body. These guys have wire necks, so they can actually, like, turn their heads. All the Nightmares' mouths can open. Bonnie has a shorter snout than everyone, so he kind of has his mouth open a little bit. He has to open his mouth a little bit wider than the others, but there is wires. I'm very happy with how the Nightmares turned out. They actually look accurate, unlike Funkos. As you can tell, I did not have the correct colors for Freddy. I actually used the correct colors for Nightmare Fredbear, which is a lot crazier than I actually thought it would be. I'm very happy with how Nightmare Freddy turned out. They all have claws, they all have their correct eye colors and everything. So we're going to put Nightmare Freddy up there. Next is the one who... I rarely get murdered by Nightmare Freddy in FNAF 4 because I'm always watching out for these guys. Now for the one I always get jump scared by is Nightmare Bonnie. I can tell he can still open his mouth, it's just a little bit shorter. Their necks make their heads a lot more floppy, which is kind of a pain, but it still is cool. I'm very happy with how Nightmare Bonnie turned out and everything. They all have claws in their teeth, obviously their teeth. It's like the most prominent part of the Nightmares. He is a very lighter color than I wanted him to be, but I'm fine with that. He does not have his 3-segmented ears because I didn't have a lot of this blue left. But I'm still happy with how he turned out. He's a very good plush. And yeah, there's Nightmare Bonnie. We're actually going to move the Freddles onto Nightmare Freddy. I'm going to put one on his nose. No, it fell. One of the Freddles fell. Okay, one is on his eye. We're going to put Nightmare Bonnie on the bed. I'm actually in the middle of working on Nightmare's head. I just don't have a lot of glue sticks right now. Next we have is Nightmare Chica, who I have actually never gotten jump scared by. I think I've only gotten jump scared by her twice. But there's Nightmare Chica. She's actually the one who can open her mouth the widest, other than the last character in this video. I'm very happy with how these guys turned out. She does not have 4 feathers on her head, because I was too lazy to do that. She has her claws, she has her Let's Eat bib. Her head is very floppy, so I might actually change it like his head, because I had to rip his head off and change it. Her head is floppy like his, but the whole reason I did this with their heads is so I can, like, turn so their bodies can be at an angle and they can, like, look at the crying child in the hallway. Next, we have... I'm sorry if I'm talking too much, it's just I really like how these plushies turn out. Next we have is Nightmare Cupcake, which I've only gotten jump scared by once, and one time only, and that was like a few years ago. But he can open his mouth. I'm very happy with how Nightmare Cupcake turned out. They do not have a lot of detail on their back, you can tell. But yeah, there's Nightmare Cupcake. I'm gonna put him with Nightmare Chica. Next is Nightmare Foxy. He looks down a lot of the time because his nose is very heavy on his face. as you can tell right now. But his mouth can open too. Whenever I said the other Foxy's hook is sharper, it's because this guy's hook is not, because I was rushing on this guy. He's got his feet, he's got his sharp feet, he's got his claws. I actually was about to make his hand gray, but then I had to look at a Nightmare Foxy model. All these are based off of Plushie Tail Film Productions FNAF plushies, except for one, and that would be the second to last one. See, his head's pointing down. Plush Trap. I need to make his hallway, but I'm very happy. He's actually the second shortest, because Nightmare Cupcake is actually the shortest, if you don't count the freckles. But he's actually the correct color. I'm very happy with that. I only had one sheet of this olive color, and I'm very happy with how Plush Trap turned out. So yeah, there's Plush Trap. And now for the biggest character from this plush collection, we have Nightmare Fredbear. He is actually the tallest. He looks down too, but that's because his face is heavy, and I cannot tilt his head up that much because then it'll do this. But he is probably the most detailed one out of the bunch, other than Foxy. See, he's got bigger claws than the rest. He's got his bow tie. He's got his. He's the only one with like actual withering on the back of his head. He took the longest because he actually has like these brown spots on his head, and I did not add them to the rest of the body. I don't know why. Probably because that will take too long. But he can do like I made his mouth like this so he can like actually bite the crying child in the video. So yeah, he was actually the most fun to make. And now we're gonna go over really quickly their voices. So Nightmare's voice is very deep and scary. Nightmare Fredbear's voice is going to sound the exact same as Nightmare's, which was this. Nightmare Foxy does not have a voice because I wanted him to be more canine.
Nightmare Chica sounds like this. Your typical, like, scratchy voice.
Nightmare Cupcake sounds like this.
Plush Trap sounds like this.
The freckles all sound the same.
They kind of sound like Plush Trap, but a little bit squeakier.
Nightmare Bonnie doesn't talk either.
Nightmare Freddy kind of sounds like this, it's just a deeper voice.
Freddy, I have changed the voice to be more significant. Chica sounds like an elegant little lad.
Cupcake sounds like this. Foxy sounds like his in-game model.
And Bonnie, this is just my normal voice. So yeah, there is the 5 Nights at Freddy's 12th anniversary plushies. And at the end of this video, I'm going to add like little images that I made over the nightmares. So love you guys, peace. This is the image of Nightmare Freddy and the Freckles. This is the image of Nightmare Bonnie. This is the image of Nightmare Chica and Nightmare Cupcake. This is the image of Nightmare Foxy in the closet. And this is the image of Plush Trap. And this is the image of Nightmare Fredbear in the hallway.